What's up, guys? Welcome to March 28th as we dive into Joshua chapter 18. Now that the land was under Israelite control, the entire community of Israel gathered at Shiloh and set up the tabernacle, but there remained 7 tribes who had not yet been allotted their grants of land. Then Joshua asked them, "How long are you going to wait before taking possession of the remaining land the Lord, the God of your ancestors, have given to you? Select 3 men from each tribe, and I will send them out to explore the land and map it out. They will then return to me with a written report of their proposed divisions of their new homeland. Let them divide the land into 7 sections, including Judah's territory in the south and Joseph's territory in the north. And when you record the 7 divisions of the land and bring them to me, I will cast sacred lots in the presence of the Lord our God to assign land to each tribe. The Levites, however, will not receive any allotment of land. Their role as priests of the Lord is their allotment. And the tribes of Gad, Reuben, and the half-tribe of Manasseh won't receive any more land, for they have already received their grant of land, which Moses, the servant of the Lord, gave them on the east side of the Jordan River." As the men started on their way to map out the land, Joshua commanded them, "Go and explore the land and write a description of it. Then return to me, and I will assign the land to the tribes by casting sacred lots here in the presence of the Lord at Shiloh." The men did as they were told and mapped the entire territory into 7 sections, listing the towns in each section. They made a written record, and then returned to Joshua in the camp of Shiloh. And there at Shiloh, Joshua cast sacred lots in the presence of the Lord to determine which tribe should have each section. The first allotment of land went to the clans of the tribe of Benjamin. It lay between the territory assigned to the tribes of Judah and Joseph. The northern boundary of Benjamin's land began at the Jordan River, went north of the slope of Jericho, then west through the hill country and the wilderness of Beth-aven. From there, the boundary went south to Luz, that is Bethel, and proceeded down to Ataroth Adar at the hill that lies south of lower Beth-horon. The boundary then made a turn and swung south along the western edge of this hill facing Beth-horon, ending at the village of Kiriath Baal, that is Kiriath Jearim, a town belonging to the tribe of Judah. This was the western boundary. The southern boundary began at the outskirts of Kiriath Jearim. From that western point, it ran to the spring at the waters of Naphtah and down to the base of the mountain beside the valley of Ben Hinnom. At the northern end of the valley of Rephaim. From there, it went down the valley of Hinnom, crossing south of the slope where the Jebusites lived, and continued down to En-Rogel. From En-Rogel, the territory proceeded in a northerly direction and came to En-Shamash and on to Gilalath, which is across from the slopes of Adumim. Then it went down to the stone of Bohan. Bohan was Reuben's son, and from there it passed along the north side of the slope, overlooking the Jordan Valley. The border then went down into the valley, ran past the northern slope of Beth Hoglah, and ended it at the north bay of the Dead Sea, which is the southern end of the Jordan River. This was the southern boundary. The eastern boundary was the Jordan River. These were the boundaries of the homeland allocated to the clans of the tribe of Benjamin. These were the towns given to the clans of the tribe of Benjamin: Jericho, Beth Hoglah, Emek Keziz, Beth Arabah, Zemarim, Bethel, Avim, Para, Afra, Kafar Ammoni, Aphoni, and Geba, 12 towns with their surrounding villages. Also Gibeon, Ramah, Beeroth, Mizpah, Kaphara, Mazah, Rechem, Irpeel, Tarala, Zela, Halalath, the Jebusite town, that is Jerusalem, Gibeah, and Kiriath-Jearim, 14 towns with their surrounding villages. This was the homeland allocated to the clans of the tribe of Benjamin. Chapter 19. The second allotment of land went to the clans of the tribe of Simeon. Their homeland was surrounded by Judah's territory. Simeon's homeland included Beersheba, Sheba, Moladah, Hazar-Shul, Bala, Azem, Atalah, Bethul, Hormah, Ziklah, Beth Markaboth, Hazar-Susah, Beth Laboth, and Sharahan, 13 towns with their surrounding villages. It also included Ain, Rimmon, Ether, and Asham, 4 towns with their villages, including all the surrounding villages as far south as Balathbeer, also known as Ramah of the Negev. This was the homeland allocated to the clans of the tribe of Simeon. Their allocation of land came from part of what had been given to Judah, because Judah's territory was too large for them. So the tribe of Simeon received an allocation within the territory of Judah. The third allotment of land went to the clans of the tribe of Zebulun. The boundary of Zebulun homeland started at Sarid. From there it went west, going past Mirilah, touching Dabasheth, and proceeding to the brook east of Jokneam. In the other direction, the boundary went east from Sarid to the border of Kisloth Tabor, and from there to Dabirath and up to Japhia. Then it continued east to Gath Hefer, Eth Kazin, and Ramon, and turned toward Nia. The northern boundary of Zebulun passed Hanathon and ended at the valley of Ifta-el. The towns in these areas included Katath, Nahala, Shemron, Adalah, and Bethlehem, 12 towns with their surrounding villages. The homeland allocated to the clans of the tribe of Zebulun included these towns and their surrounding villages. The fourth allotment of land went to the clans of the tribe of Issachar. Its boundaries included all the following towns: Jezreel, Kesholoth, Shunem, Hapharim, Sha'an, Anaharath, Rabith, Keshan, Abaz, Ramath, Engannim, and Hada, and Beth Pazaz. The boundary also touched Tabor, Shahazamah, and Beth Shamash, ending at the Jordan River, 16 towns with their surrounding villages. The homeland allocated to the clans of the tribe of Issachar included these towns and their surrounding villages. The fifth allotment of land went to the clans of the tribe of Asher. Its boundaries included these towns: Halkath, Hali, Beton, Akshaph, Alamelech, Ahmad, and Meshul. The boundary of the west touched Carmel and Shohar-Libnath. Then it turned east towards Beth Dagon and ran as far as Zebulun in the valley of Ithata-el, going north to Beth Amek and Newell. It then continued north to Kabul, Abdon, Rahab, Hamram, Kana, and as far as Greater Sidon. Then the boundary turned toward Ramah and the fortress of Tyre. Then where it turned toward Hosah and to the Mediterranean Sea. The territory also included Mahabel, Akzib, Ima, Afek, and Rahab. 22 towns with their surrounding villages, the homeland allocated to the clans of the tribe of Asher, including these towns and their surrounding villages. The sixth allotment of land went to the clans of the tribe of Naphtali. Its boundary ran from Halaf, from the oak of Zenanim, and extended across to Adamai Nekeb, Jabneel, and as far as Lechem, ending at the Jordan River. The western boundary ran past Asnath Tabor, then to Hakak, and touched the border of Zebulun in the south, and the border of Asher on the west, and the Jordan River on the east. The fortified towns included this territory were Ziddim, Zur, Hamath, Rakath, Kinnereth, and Adama, Ramah, Hazor, Kadesh, Ari, Enhazor, Yoron, Migdala, Horeb, Beth Anath, and Beth Shamash, 19 towns with their surrounding villages. The homeland allocated the clans of the tribe of Naphtali, included these towns and their surrounding villages. The seventh allotment of land went to the clans of the tribe of Dan. The land allocated at their homeland included the following towns: Zorah, Eshtaol, Al-Shemesh, Salabin, Ahilon, Ethla, Elam, Timnah, Ekron, Aktaka, Gibbethon, Balath, Jahad, Benabarek, Gath Rimmon, Megjakon, Irakon, and the territory across from Joppa. But the tribe of Dan had trouble taking possession of their land, so they attacked the towns of Laish. They captured it, slaughtered its people, and settled there. They renamed the town Dan after their ancestor. The homeland allocated to the clans of the tribe of Dan, including these towns and their surrounding villages. And that's the end for today. Yeah, not gonna lie. I do not know how to pronounce any of these. I just made them up along the way. I'm not gonna make it up. I try my best to pronounce what I think it says, but I'm pretty sure that I probably mispronounce all of them. But it's okay, because that's not what's most important. The most important part that stood out to me today is when, in the beginning, when it talks about the Israelites taking control of the lands that God has given them, and like the 7 other tribes, they aren't doing anything to divide up the land. And so it's interesting when Joshua asked, "How long are you going to wait before taking possession of the remaining land the Lord, the God of your ancestors, have given to you?" And so with that, I felt like we could speak more like metaphorically. It's like when God gave us an opportunity, sometimes we could be hesitant to say like, "Oh, is this what God really wants us to do? Is this okay to do?" Like, we just have a lot of hesitations when God lays something out for us. And so I just wanted to kind of encourage us to think about right now. It's like, what is something that God says, "Go and take, I bless you with this. Go and claim it for yourself." And yeah, just be able to recognize what that is. And I pray that we may have the courage to all take the bold step of faith to claim what God has given us, what God has blessed us with. So other than that, I don't have anything else to share, but there's not a whole lot to share. It was just that short area, and then the rest of it was just names after names. So we are actually getting close to finishing the book of Joshua, so I'm excited for that. So may you guys go and walk with God today.